Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we are still going to continue in making of laundry bar soap, a white laundry bar soap. We all know in our daily living we cannot do without not keeping our clothes clean, our environment clean. So I'm focusing on making a scented laundry bar soap. Okay. Continue watching my channel. My name is Monica Arinze, and this is a channel who talks about empowerment, disability inclusion, disability advocate, lifestyle, and all the things that make life worth living. Okay, let's dive in. So you can see that one of my ingredients is palm kernel oil. So what I'm doing here is turning it. Turning it is warming it up. Another way you can warm any of your oil for making of laundry bar soap is that you can heat it up in the fire, or you can boil hot water and carry the bucket that has the oil and put inside the hot water and start stirring it. Okay, so in this video I'm going to stay for a long time, so you see why it's important that you should stir or mix any of your what ingredients. If it's for you warming in the oil, you can warm the oil for a very long time. Okay, so this is palm kernel oil that I'm using. You can use coconut oil, you can use olive oil, you can use palm oil that is bleached, you can also use animal fat called tallow. Okay, so there is a many oils you can use. You can also use shea butter as well. Any of the soap that's within your reach or depending. So what I'm doing is cream is making a very beautiful scented and laundry bar soap. Okay, that you will use and give your clothes a very good treat. Your clothes will be clean, it removes the stains and all the rest. Okay, so this is me. I continue warming and warming and warming the oil. So I actually did it for some time, so that I can actually did it for some time so that you can see that I stirred it. And one thing I noticed in making of laundry bar soap, the more you stir the oil becomes lighter. That's what I noticed with this palm kernel that I'm using, palm kernel oil. It becomes lighter, it's no longer heavy. I don't know the English to use, but the best thing I can say that it becomes very lighter, and it's easy, to stir around, and at the same time, you want to use it to make your soap. So this one now is already my caustic soda. So this one I've mixed it, and when you mix caustic soda with a clean containers and stay with a clean things, the water will be crystal, but it can easily get contaminated. One of the soap that I did, when this my turning stick, I bought it newly, was brown. All the color entered inside my caustic soda. Okay, so I started making my soap here. So what do you think I'm putting here? I am putting what? Scent, fragrance inside what? The oil. It's advisable you put it at this stage so you will not forget, so that everything will get mixed up when you start pouring the caustic soda. You can actually make your soap without it. One of the basic thing you can use to make a laundry soap is caustic soda, palm oil, any form of palm kernel oil. You're good to do. This is my line solution. So as I'm pouring this line solution inside this oil, be looking and see what is happening. You see how it's soapification? Is it soapified, or the soapification is taking place immediately? Do you understand? You see how it's full? Do you see how it's thickening? And in this place now, if you did not stay faster, I bet you can spoil your soap making. You need to continue stirring and stirring. You see the little gap I did? This was really wrong. So you continue to stir it and stir it. Here is heavy to turn around, So now we continue to stir. We are stirring what, the oil and the lime solution. The only thing that is in this bucket is the oil and lime solution, and what I use is the cold method. Okay, so when you are turning, if you're turning anti-clockwise, do anti-clockwise. If you're doing the other side, you continue like that. Then I also advise you that don't come and use power mic energy or heavy strength and start turning it. Maintain a steady strength of mixing it so that your hand will not pain you. Okay, and again, in making soap, is good that use face masks or nose masks, either of them, face masks or nose masks. And you can also use what, hand glove. So what do you think I'm pouring here? Here I'm pouring soda ash. So what soda ash does is to make the soap a bit harder. And in soap making, the more you're adding things, the more the quality of the soap becomes. And one of the things I noticed about adding soda ash in making soap, it has a texture it gives the mixture. It makes it a bit greasy and light. Can you see it in this soap now? So it becomes more lighter. Okay, but you continue to stir and stir. I think sometimes I even overstirred my soap, even or overstirred it, even that it reached to the cooking method, the curing method. So you see how greasy it is. So continue stirring and stirring. Okay, so this pausing is not good when you're making soap. So I'm trying to put what we call sulfonic acid. What this thing does is that it makes the soap to foam. As in, it will foam more, it will lather more and more. You can Google about sulfonic acid. Even without it, the soap can still lather. But I always want my soap to lather so well, so that you have quality of your money, so that you will not scrabble or squeeze and squeeze before you see it forming. Okay, the more you form, it takes out the stains. So we'll continue stirring and stirring. I will tell you, if you're not using an electronic blender or hand blender, this is where the work is. Whether you are doing a small quantity or a big quantity of soap, because it's in this stirring you get your soap. This stirring on this mixture, you get what you're looking at. And one of the beauty thing I noticed about this cold method of making soap or hand mixing is that as you are turning, you are seeing the soap moving from one stage to the other. That's the beauty of the soap making. You will know when you're progressing and when you're not progressing. In this one now, we're progressing. The texture is changing, the color is changing, showing that we are moving from one level to the other. So continue watching my channel. We are talking about making of what? Laundry bar soap. Okay, so it's so good that you learn one or two things for your domestic use or for your household use, and also for business. So mine is for business, for household use. So I'm challenging myself in doing this. Okay, I was like, why didn't I know this thing before? And boy, anytime is a good time, right? So now I continue, and in this making of my soap, I'm using palm kernel oil, I'm using caustic soda, I'm using soda ash, I'm using sulfonic acid, I use water, and also, okay, this one I don't use any color, so it just coming white on its own, no anything. So in soap making, apart from the oil that you use and the caustic soda, every other thing is called addictive. Why they call it addictive is that without them you can still make your soap. The oil and the lime solution is enough so suffocate your soap or your mixture to make it to form and also remove stain. But in soap making, the more you add things, the more it makes it what? Better. Okay, so I continue stirring. You can see the tire of my wheelchair. I'll bend down, then my girl will also help me. So I continue. You can see now this mixture that was initially light is now starting getting harder. You can see by the texture it's not getting harder. No more like watery or too liquidified. Okay, now even to turn it at this point it's not that so easy, but we'll continue. Normally at this time you can actually leave the soap and allow it to cure. In soap making you learn some of your mistakes, or you learn through the mistakes, or you understand some things about the soap making, and so far you get the measurements right. Some other things you can be able to navigate it, but when you do not get your soap measurement right, it's a whole big issue. You might want to rebash it, or you start all over again. So for you now, continue turning all the ingredients that I need to use for this particular soap making. I've added them, so I'm turning the soap. I'm turning. So I will encourage you today to learn something you can do on your own. You can learn digital marketing, AI. The AI has been very useful, even in getting the accurate measurement of this production. A lot of things keep mind going, and you'll be glad that you are doing something. Okay, so now I've covered the soap to cure. When you cover the soap to cure, you notice that immediately the soap will start rising. That's what I'm just trying to show in this bucket. It is rising. Oh, I say, just like that. Okay. Oh. So you can use this soap for washing of your clothes, for washing plates, cleaning the house, anything. You can even use it and bathe. Depending on your level. You get. Most important thing is that it has a fragrance. It's foaming. It's lathering. It's not breaking. It's strong enough. Okay, so that is it. So after I finished, and I pour into a mold. So this is my mold. A carpenter helped me to do. So this is the mold. One of the videos I will talk about challenges I have in making soap. So this is the mold for this production. Okay, so continue. As I continue to watch this video, because you will enjoy watching it, and also share it. Okay, with the steps and the process, you can be able to provide yourself a good laundry bar soap. So you can see how it's forming when I finish. See the soap almost in a towel. Here we are washing towel. Are you seeing how it's lathering, remove stains? I am your girl Monica. Continue watching my channel, encourage someone, and share so that people get impacted and they will like what they're seeing. Okay, so this is it. Wow, I'm glad I'm able to do this. I'm able to come up with a solution. We are created to be a problem solver. So see the shape of this one. Bye for now. Bye.